Okay, so when I am talking to people today about, because right now in this season, a lot of people are like, I'm experiencing the fuzz. If you're coastal, if you are near humidity, your hair's gonna get fuzzy, especially, the fine little hairs that kind of populate over here. And if you've got gray hair, it's gonna get fuzzy. It's like you don't look kept. Even though your hair's been washed, it's healthy, there's nothing wrong. It's the environment, it's the season, okay? And when I tell people this is what you're gonna do, they're like, oh, I don't know, Callie. And it's like, because what are you thinking? It's 2024. There's so much out there. There's so much technology that is being applied in beauty products that it blows my mind away. I mean, I still remember the age when there was nothing for your hair, and your people had to make it in the kitchen, or they were just using whatever they heard worked. And now there's just so much available. I tell people, don't be scared. If you're that worried about it, just get real acquainted with the return policy on your receipt, and, do business with businesses that honor a good return policy, or talk to someone, talk to experts, talk to the people that are in the store. They're knowledgeable. You'll know if you're talking to somebody whether or not they know what they're talking about. Um, but there's hairspray. Hairspray today is amazing. And if you're looking for some product recommendations, I'll put a list somewhere. I'll let you know where it is, of my top favorites. That, for me, what I look for in a hairspray, what I look for in all my products, is I want the product to perform. I want top-notch performance, but I don't want to feel it. I don't like feeling gunk in my hair. Like I said, I'm an 80s child. I grew up in the 80s. I don't want to feel that hardness, that stiffness, that crunchiness. I don't want to. Every time I turn my head, I hear rustling leaves because it's just hard. Mm-mm. And sometimes when your hair's so fine, you get that hard, stiff hair, and it kind of hurts your roots. It hurts your follicles. I don't know. I gotta like shampoo, and I don't like messing with my hair. Even though I'm a hairdresser, I'm a professional for almost 20 years, I don't like messing with my hair a whole lot. I mean, my whole challenge in this is that I can make people look amazing. They show up feeling great and confident with minimal fuss, okay? I minimize frustrations. That's what I'm in the business of. I want you to look like you spent a whole lot of time and you only spent like 5 minutes. That is my challenge creatively of what I do. But I digress. Hairspray. And I say to experiment with the aerosol, the non-aerosol, because the spritz on stupid humid days where it's like that misty, it's like God left on the misters. And the closer you get to the river, it's like you could see it in the air. It's like this hanging moisture. You're just one big dewdrop. You're going to need a non-aerosol, a spritz. I have a few spritzes that I have been experimenting with that leave no tack. So if you're interested to see if your hairspray has tack, I simply spray it on my hands, and I touch it when it's wet. I let it dry, and I touch it again when it's a little dry. If I can feel the tack, or I feel the tack and it doesn't break apart immediately, it's not going to do anything different to your hair. It's going to do some crazy shit to your hair, some crazy stuff to your hair. So with the hairsprays that I tend to like, I spray it, I feel the product, and then the minute that it dries, it's like I don't feel anything. That is a contender. Then I look at, like, throughout the day, does what happens as I sweat, as I run my fingers through my hair, as my dogs kind of jump on me and mess up my hair. When I go to hug my honey, what happens? All these things have to come into play, because that's life. How does it perform? I am experimental this way. I don't like it to flake. I don't like it to break down. I don't like to dry my hair out. So I have fallen in love. I have a few that I'm like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? Then on days that are a little bit drier, like today, the sun is out. Thank the Lord Jesus, the sun is out, because it has been gray days, and oh, I'm not good on gray days. Thank you for the vitamin D. Aerosol hairsprays. I'm constantly telling my clients, oh my God, the technology is not simply the formula that's in the bottle, but it is the accuracy of the spray bottle. When I show them how psh, psh, it's like bullet accuracy, because when you're doing hair for a special event or a wedding, you can't be missing the mark. You got to be psh, right there and psh, right there, and you got to know. I mean, I like it to be like a little in the mechanic car shop, psh, 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 you know, like an air gun. You know, get it and stick it, and I don't even feel it. Where did it go? That's the kind of hairspray I like. So there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there, and there's stuff out there at every different price point, because people are like, okay, it's got to cost a lot. There is, and I keep telling people, I experiment so much with every price point. There are some things that I'm willing, I want to spend the money, because I see the quality, I see what it's worth. And then there's some stuff that I feel like I can relax on. I don't need the top notch of it. But it's still good. It still rivals what the salon quality. So, and then there's stuff I tell people, there's high priced, expensive crap in a bottle. And you got to know the difference. And I tell people, and then look at also talk with your dollar, talk with your money. If you don't like the business practices, you don't like how they're advertising or talking to you, you don't like what they're using in their formulas, baby, don't use them. Don't talk to them, because you know what? Every business does their numbers, and eventually they're going to be like, we doing something wrong. We got to check this out. Let's get some surveys. Let's get some feedback. And people say, you know what? This is what went wrong. We get it. We'll fix it. We pivot. That's what good businesses do. So I just say, pay attention to what you're doing, what you're using. But hairspray has come a long way, and there's nothing to be afraid of. And the hairsprays that I'm in love with, because I even take it a step further. I don't want it to spray today and then hate it tomorrow. I know that we are all crunched for time. We are all doing a bajillion things at the same time. And we just don't want to fuss with our hair. There's so many things. Like right now, there's so many things that are starting to pop off. You don't got time to be fussing with your hair. You got to be going from here to there. You got to do stuff. So can I go to sleep in it, and I wake up and I can just kind of zhuzh it and keep going? That is a point of that I worry about, that I think about, that I kind of like, let me see how this does. So when I spray my hair today, is it easily refreshed? Can I rework it tomorrow? How can I recycle this style and keep it going and still feeling good, not feeling gunky, I could still feel some kind of fresh. How can I recycle this product? And I'm telling you, there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there for all price points. And I'm super, super, super duper excited. And if you want the recommendations, just let me know. But I am just so impressed with some of the formulas. And when people say I just want to look polished, I want to look more kept this holiday season, there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there. It's 2024. Just experiment. I mean, and then right now there's so many deals. So many deals.